Hey, what's up? It's Michael, Seeking Heat, back with another edition of Speaking Heat Live, my virtual and soon to be live in person, I promise, talk show. I'm really excited about tonight because we have Mr. Dave Hill, comedian, musician, writer, guitar just killer. He's just a beast. He does a lot. He's going to be on tour soon, and he's kind enough to take the time to hang out with me. I just had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with fluff. Feeling good. I got my seltzer. Let's bring in Mr. Dave Hill. Feel free to ask your questions to Dave. I'm sure he'll be kind enough to answer them. And yeah, Dave.
How's it going? I'm sorry, I'm late here.
Please don't be sorry. That's totally fine. I
Lost
was like,
track of your time.
no, all good. How are you?
Oh, pretty good, thank you. How you doing?
Good, man. I the last time I saw you was during the pandemic. We did a thing called Mike Tales where we made cocktails together virtually.
Yes,
It was a different time, but it was a dark time for all of us.
yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Things have gotten better since then. I mean, you've been busy
Well,
since. I
depends
mean,
how you look at it.
yeah. Are you in New York?
I am, yeah, I'm home in New York.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you're about to go on tour in about a week, right? Or 2 weeks?
I mean, I wouldn't call it a tour. I just kind of short little runs, like 3 nights here, and then three nights in like the Midwest, and then like a week of shows in the Midwest again, but at different cities at the end of August, and then kind of running all over the place in the fall, and then but yeah, the longest run would just for the rest of the year that I know of is only like a week long.
Oh, nice. It's the Schooling Motherfuckers Basically Tour 2025.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, or if I
Which
if I make a different poster, it'll probably be called something else.
yeah, yeah. Um, for those of you watching, Dave, you're from Cleveland originally, right?
That's correct.
And you're part Canadian. You wrote a book about being part Canadian. You kind of did a deep dive into that. Um,
Yeah, well, it's debatable, like whether I mean my grandfather was from Canada, so I
yeah,
guess like, depending on how you look at it, I'm like quarter Canadian or three-eighths Canadian, but then other people would argue that I'm not Canadian. Certainly, the Canadian government
yeah.
says I'm not Canadian.
No, it's a very polarizing part of your life.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Most Canadian friends and people say yes, you count as Canadian.
no, and that's good. I mean, that's all that matters as long as you're accepted by the Canadian, community. Um,
Yeah.
do you do shows in Canada?
I have done shows there. I've not done many, um, but I have done shows there. I intend to do more. I've done shows in Edmonton, Calgary, Bus. oh, oh my
Bless you.
God, sneeze.
So
Woo!
I usually do three.
And where else have I done shows? I've done shows in Toronto, Montreal, and am I forgetting anywhere? Winnipeg.
Oh wow,
Um, I might be forgetting right now because
that's okay.
it's sneezing, but I think probably I'll be back in Canada before the end of the year, hopefully.
Nice. No,
Yeah.
that'll be good. I mean, and obviously you've been doing stand up a while. I remember I saw you a few times back, probably in like the mid aughts, somewhere in the city. I think it was possibly Pianos, um, a
Sure.
while back. A place that I guess still exists. I haven't been there in a long time, but
I think it does,
yeah.
but I don't. No, it doesn't. I don't think it does.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
no. You know what? I don't know. I think it does, but I also don't know.
Do you go to shows a lot in the city? Are you still? I know that you play shows and you've been pretty active in that. Do you attend shows in the scene and stuff like that? There's so much going on.
I go see bands play. I don't tend to go to many comedy shows that I'm not doing.
Yeah.
Uh, Only because, though I do sometimes, I just saw my friend Tom Papa
Oh yeah.
do a show at the Beacon, and
He's great.
I go see my friends, but just by doing shows, I end up seeing a lot of stuff. So I don't really have it that much of an itch to go out when I don't
Yeah.
have a show, unless I'm seeing a band. Like I'll go see bands like as much as I can. I find like the more I see bands, the better mood I'm in.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Assuming there are bands I like,
Yeah. Have you
which
seen
I
anyone
that's
recently that you've been kind of jazzed about?
I saw. I think the most recent thing I saw. Yeah, it was Friday. I went to see I Hate God and Acid Bath at Brooklyn Paramount. Uh,
That's a beautiful venue, by the way. I was
it
there
really
recently.
is.
It's
I
insane.
I went with this very name droppy, which is I love doing, but I had dinner with some friends, and among them was Dave Foley from
Oh
Kids in
yeah.
Hall. And we left dinner, and I said, "Oh, what are you doing? Do you want to go see uh, I Hate God?" And he was like, "Yep." So we went.
Nice.
It was very, very easy to find each other at the concert because we were uh, the only people there, or two of the only people there, I should say, with not wearing a black T-shirt. So
Yeah, yeah,
a good, but yeah, that was a great show. I love. I mean, Acid Bath was great too. I love it. I Hate God. They're buddies of mine, so I was psyched to
yeah. All
see.
right.
I always go see them unless I'm out of town. And then the next night, I saw Weird Al and Puddle's Pity Party at the Garden.
Yeah, no, that looked like a really great show. A lot of people I know went to that.
Yeah, it was really fun, and I got to make a little cameo, an anonymous cameo in the beginning of the show
Oh,
um,
that's great.
that some people saw, but I was wearing the costume.
I
Uh,
think I saw that. Yeah.
but yeah, so that was fun. Those guys are both buddies of mine, so I go see friends usually, but
Yeah.
I go see other stuff too. But uh, when my friends come to town, I always try to come out.
And you did an appearance with Yola Tango, part of their Hanukkah show this
Yeah,
past year. Yeah, yeah.
I did. Yeah, I finally did it. They've been doing that show. I think it was like the 23rd year or something of
I'm
it.
really surprised you hadn't done it before. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of how I ended up doing is because like I swear for years people would be like, "Oh, what night are you doing of the Yola Tango Hanukkah nights? Which show are you
Yeah.
doing?" I'm like,
Everybody assumes.
everybody assumed for years and years. They'd be like, and I'd be like, I've never done it. I'm not
I don't
doing
know who
it.
Yola
I've never
Tango are.
done it.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I've wanted to always. And then finally, I wrote my friend Todd Abramson, who works on that with the Olatengo folks, and I was like, Todd, it's that time of the year again when people ask me what night I'm doing, and then I say I'm not doing it. I've never done it. They're like, you do it every year. I'm like, no, I haven't. And so I was like, Todd, I'm sick of this happening every year, and I've
Yeah, yeah.
still never been asked to do it. And then he's like, oh, it's funny. Someone just asked me a few days ago if you were doing it. So, but so it worked out that I did it, and it was such a great night. I mean, I'm such a fan of those guys and have been for
Same.
a long time, and they're such nice folks. And Then Sun Ra Orchestra was the other act on that night,
Yeah.
and so that was uh, that was a real thrill to be on with uh, with them as well, because
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
total legends, and Sun Ra, of course, is not in the band anymore for reasons of death. But Marshall
Yeah,
Allen
I'm
is
sorry, I
still
shouldn't
doing
laugh. Yeah.
he's 100 years old. So that was like really impressive and cool, and they were
Yeah.
amazing. And it made I don't know
Yeah,
if
I
I'll
know.
be
I've seen him a
alive
few
at
times.
100, but I'll be if I'm doing cool shit at 100. That's pretty
You
cool.
will be. You will be doing cool shit at
I
100.
hope so.
Yeah, no, I think so. You're okay. So the one thing I want to mention is that obviously, yes, you do. You're known for your stand up primarily, but you also are in a lot of bands and bands that are active, bands that have been very active. Um, Valley Lodge, um, who's just constantly has put out great stuff in the last like decade or so. Are you
Well, thank you.
still active? No, of course. Are you still active like with the bands, or because I saw that you were doing some solo stuff with Bill Murray and the Killer, or Bill Murray and the Blood Brothers,
Yeah.
and things like that. But are you still active in your bands per se?
Yeah, Valley Lodge is active. Anytime you see me doing something solo, that's always comedy related. Like
Right.
I don't go out and like, just play songs ever.
Yeah.
But there's so much music in my comedy show now, which is like it's the lines get pretty blurry, um, and I'm also like I do my own headlining shows and stuff, but I've been going out with different, Bill Murray and his Blood Brothers and Tenacious D and Michael Shannon and Jason Narducci and friends, and
Right.
I'm going out on another big tour in a few months that I can't say what tour yet.
Oh man.
But, and yeah, I really like playing, performing in that setting.
Yeah.
Um, it's a cool. I mean, it's harder for sure than if you were to like do a show, go out on a bill that's all comedians and people are sort of anticipating comedy because, in some settings like Tenacious D, obviously people are kind of figuring that the opener is going to be doing something comedic. But, I think in the other settings, there's people don't know really. And so it's a bit more of a challenge but I also really like that. I like that. And like, I mean, I don't like it every night but I'll open for metal bands and real heavy bands. And when you do that, there's always like a fair amount of people who are like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
But I love that. I sort of love the sort of, and my friends' bands, I've opened for Down a bunch of times, and I did open for Autopsy or like death metal, and I think the bands, I'm friends with have senses of humor about like, let's put a comedian on right before we go on. That's a good
Yeah.
move. So
No, I love it.
I think it's a fun way to do it and kind of challenge the audience and enrage the audience really.
Which
Um,
is fun, I'm sure. Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely fun.
Yeah.
Fun for sure.
No, I feel like that was sort of a thing for a while. Comedians going on tour with bands, indie rock bands. And I feel like you're still doing it, and I don't understand why more people don't do it anymore because it's a great format. To me, it makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
I
Well, I think that there's so much music in my show that it works a little, definitely, because I can like, just rip guitar solos and play, really loud when I want to, but it
Yeah,
is
yeah,
hard to just go out and just talk, you know, and especially seeing a band like I've done where there was less music, where I was mostly talking, like when I opened for Ryan Adams a few times years ago, and his crowds were like really totally on board and like paying attention and would really like listen. And then I opened for Snoop Dogg once, and that was not the case.
yeah, yeah. That's ballsy. It takes a lot of guts to open for, different, obviously different genres. It probably, yeah, I mean, you see that it works for certain. I feel like indie rock, the crowds must be more accepting of, irreverent stuff and, a little bit off center, off beat, type of
Yeah,
anything. Music too. Like, bands that open up sometimes can be way too experimental, and kind of alienate the audience a little bit, which I think is kind of fun. I mean, that's different. It should be like that, I
yeah,
think.
for sure. I think it's cool to challenge the audience, but not necessarily like me, like, oh, I want to challenge the audience. I mean, I want people to have a good time, but
Yeah.
I think it's cool, like when putting, I mean, like in terms of putting bills together, I think it's cool to put like a diverse, uh, you know, range of artists together on a bill, because then, rather than just having like, oh, we're gonna have three folk singers, three death metal bands, or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's
Um,
cool to mix it up.
no, I think it's great. And I really regret not going. I didn't realize that you were playing close to me a couple of months ago or about a month ago in Milford, Connecticut, because I'm in Connecticut. How did that show go? Because that's like, I was really kind of shocked that you were playing there, and I was bummed out that I wasn't there.
It was fun. It was definitely like that show specifically was more. Uh, it was didn't it didn't feel like my show so much as like I was doing part of a show, like doing a show, and like it wasn't like my fans were there really. I wouldn't say,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm always happy to perform for anyone. I feel like it was more like people coming out to the thing that was happening type audience, which is a bit more of a challenge, uh, because I'm not really for everybody, but so it was fun though. I had a good time.
nice. I wanted to ask you now that since we're on the topic of music, like, do you listen to anything that would surprise your fans that would just be like, I don't know, something like do you like pop music? Are you into like pop, guilty pleasure pop music, Sabrina
Well,
Carpenter, stuff like that?
yes, but first of all, I don't really believe in guilty pleasures. I think there's only pleasure,
Yeah, no, that's a good
um,
point.
with the exception of I always bring this up and I feel bad about it, but the one thing that I'm like, oh, it's not very cool to say, but I always used to think, and still do when I hear it, that Third Eye Blind has some really catchy songs.
Oh, they
Granted,
definitely do.
that's like pretty old music at this point,
Yeah.
but I'm not guilty about it. Like I just think I was anyway. But no, I think I don't really keep up with pop music like in terms of like what's on the radio very much anymore. But I love pop music. I've always loved, you know, like TLC, which is going back 30 years now.
Yeah,
Um,
it's crazy. Yeah.
they are like one of my all-time favorite bands without question.
See,
Um,
like, I would never ever assume that. I think that's great.
I would say that I'm probably the uh, one of the most. I don't want to say the foremost authority on TLC in North America, but definitely like a completely knowledgeable, huge fan.
I love that.
Um, and I'll tell you. Why? I'll go ahead and tell you. So
Please do.
I love TLC, and then in 2019, I got a DM from Chili from TLC out of the blue, and
The
I
fuck
thought
out of
it
here.
had to be like a prank or something. And it was her, and they ended up they were playing in town, and I went to see them, you know, and it's just her and T-Boz now, but it was amazing. And they have Left Eye like on like kind of video, not like a hologram or whatever,
Oh,
but
wow.
it was an amazing show. And yeah, I love that. I don't know. a lot of like '90s hip hop and R&B. I love. I mean, anytime if I hear a song, it's funny. Like, do you know that "Murder on the Dance Floor" song by
Yeah,
Sophie something? I can't
yeah.
remember.
My 8-year-old has played that kind of, yeah,
Who?
often. My daughter, I think that's like
Oh,
a, yeah, that's like a in her rotation, or was at one point.
yeah. So that song, like, I'm sure I heard it at the end of Saltburn or whatever it's called, which I liked.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I didn't really remember it. And then I was staying with my friends in London a couple weeks ago, and like at night, we'd hang out having drinks, and they would just put on like kind of this music video channel, like kind of playing like retro videos and stuff. And then that song had come on a couple times while I was staying there, and I was like, this song is so good. And then to my mind, I was like, oh, this is like you know popular. It must be like a big Euro hit that I missed,
Hmm.
and completely oblivious that it was like a massive hit all over the world, like all over again. Like
Yeah.
this past January or whatever was the most played song in the world. And so I always would go like get really fascinated by whatever, and I go on these deep dives, like reading about a song or an artist or whatever the thing is that I'm curious about. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm going all in on this song. Like, what's the deal?
All in.
And
Yeah.
well, and so I just, all by way of saying, I just go to the Wikipedia page for whatever I'm thinking about. And then I saw like it was written by my friend Greg Alexander,
Oh
who,
man.
well, he ended up, he wrote it originally, and then he like kind of, they changed it a little bit together, Sophie and he did. But Greg is from New Radical. You get what you give, another
Oh
one of the
shit.
most popular pop songs ever. And
Such a good song.
uh,
Timeless.
uh, he's co-written like so many hits. So I was like reading this, I was like, that motherfucker wrote that song too. And so I texting him, I was like, you wrote this song? I'm like, I just discovered it basically like 2 days ago, and I'm obsessed with it. And it was interesting then to like talk with him about it, just like on the phone a few days later, like just telling me, he'd written it when he was like, 20 years old or something.
Holy shit, he kept it in the vault.
Yeah, but then there's a demo of him doing it you can listen on like, the streaming services, and sort of a testament to how great the song is, because his version is great too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you know, I'm a total sucker for, I can't really name like Sabrina Carpenter and Chappell Roan or whatever,
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
but like
Chapel's
I've
great.
been, like doing like, in the last few years, I've done a bunch of shows with Puddle's Pity Party, and so he does mostly covers in his show, and he did Royals by Lordy,
Lord. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Lord,
Lord. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then like a Billie Eilish song, and uh, and then a Kid Cudi song, Pursuit of Happiness. And I learned how to
That's a
play
good
all
song.
these songs with him on guitar, I'd never heard the originals ever, and they were
Oh
all
shit.
massive hits.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
but that's how kind of out of it I am now. But so I learned his versions, which are amazing, because he kind of like reinterprets his songs in this brilliant way, and has just the greatest voice. And so I love the songs like the way we were doing them. And then I was like, I'm going to go back and listen to the originals, and through that I became like a Billie Eilish fan. I was like, oh, she's amazing.
That's great.
Yeah, so no, I'm not like, I listen to everything. It's funny, like, I know everyone says that, but I think because like people know that I listen to metal or something, then they think that that's like what, that's like a very small portion of what I listen to. Actually,
Yeah.
this is probably the most. I should have just led with this. I listen to like a ton of reggae.
Okay. To sort of relax, or is this like like a mood that you get into, or you're just always I mean, it's summer too. I feel like
Relaxing
that's.
and exercising. I just
Hmm.
listen to it. Like I love like um you know
Like dub.
a lot just go all the way back. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dove.
Augustus
King
Pablo and
Tubby. Yeah, Augustus
King Tubby,
Pablo,
Prince Jammy,
Lee Scratch Perry,
Lee Scratch Perry.
U-Roy.
Hell yeah.
You know,
I love
um,
that stuff so much.
I love like John Holt is such an amazing songwriter. Wrote solo songs, but then stuff with the Paragons. Uh, so yeah, that's like the broad term of because once you get like reggae is really like kind of sounds like a blanket term for all this music, but then it's also a very specific kind of music, and then there's dub and ska and
Do you like
all the,
ska? Are you a ska fan?
like first wave
First
or
wave,
whatever you would call it, like Jamaican ska.
specials. Oh, even that. Oh, yeah, second wave is
No,
Specials
like
Madness. Yeah, yeah,
Jamaican.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Two
like
Maytals.
I like the UK ska and like
Yeah,
even I feel like some '90s ska might
I mean the
was
Boss
on.
Stones are my favorite band, unapologetically.
Oh wow,
Yeah, they've always
crazy!
been. It's just like a childhood thing that I don't know. Maybe it's nostalgia, but I've always just really loved them. But I don't really love a lot of third wave, honestly. The Pie Tasters, I like a lot. They're a good band.
I did see Less Than Jake sometime in the last year. My
Yeah,
friend was tour managing them, and so I came out just to see my friend. But I saw Less Than Jake, and I think they're great at what they do. It's not like what I sit
yeah,
around listening to,
yeah.
but I thought they were great. But no, I mostly go like just the original Jamaican ska is what I get into. But um, I I sort of realized like that I hadn't really figured out really not figured well like I hadn't really explored like Jamaican music that much and had kind of like written off reggae as like it's like like I started hearing reggae that I loved and I was like this is totally different from like kind of like you know Sunday in the Park reggae band type thing. If
Yeah,
that like basically I like murder reggae. I like reggae about Babylon, murder, crime.
dark.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Steel Pulse has some great stuff. I went through a big Steel Pulse phase. The really, I guess, probably the most pop. I'm probably gonna get this wrong, but maybe the most successful non-Jamaican reggae artist. But I'm probably wrong about that. But or the most successful non-Jamaican reggae artist that I'm aware of. So
Not
there's probably many
UB40.
others. Yeah, I mean, right there you could go, well, they're more successful in some ways,
Yeah, but
but but Steel Pulse,
subjective.
I think they're great. So I don't know. Yeah,
Um,
so I think I listen to maybe a lot of music, but then I also like listen to a lot of stuff. Very predictable, middle-aged uh, man
Wilco.
music.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like well, I'm.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You toured? Didn't you tour with them? You played
I
shows
did
with
a
them?
tour with John Steer. I want to tour with Wilco. Let's
Yeah.
put that into the
Let's do
universe.
it. Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, Jeff. Let's go. Yeah.
I'm friends with some of those guys. Uh, um, so yeah, and I'm gonna see them pretty soon. But I did a tour. John Stewart played in Michael Shannon and Jason Narducci and Friends band, and he's awesome. He's a great, amazing musician, obviously, but
Yeah.
great guy. Um, and I'm friends with Michael Jorgensen, and I met Jeff Tweedy for the first time a couple months ago, and I've at the very least met all of them. But
I love, yeah, and I'm a big Wilco fan. I feel like I haven't really heard their last couple of records. The Love Below is like the last one that I was super into, I think, and then Sky Blue Sky before that, which I really, that record took a while to really hit. And when it hit, that's one of my favorites of theirs, I think, at this point.
oh, there's some great ones. What's on that? Hate It Here,
Uh, Hate It Here,
Walking, Impossible
Impossible
Germany.
Germany. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of bangers on that one.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. I mean, coming after Ghost is Born, I guess I thought that when Nels Klein joined, that they would be much more kind of continue into that sort of I don't know more experimental. But then Sky Blue Sky came out, and it was like entirely different from what I anticipated. And it initially I was like, "Ah, I don't like it's a little slow," but I in retrospect, I really do love that record.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's great. Yeah,
Yeah,
they always have great songs. You know. But yeah, so I listen to a lot of predictable things as well.
same. Yeah,
Guided by Voices,
yeah.
and then you know
Sonic
all the.
Youth. Yeah.
I'm not that. I like Sonic Youth, but I'll say I'm not like I don't love them. Like maybe that's a controversial thing to say as a middle-aged
I
liberal.
no no no. I ask people. I am not a huge Sonic Youth fan. I actually always thought Yo La Tengo was the better band in that era.
Yeah, for
Sort
my
of.
taste, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I
No.
think Sonic
Um,
Youth is good, but like their music doesn't like speak to my soul really.
did Pave? Are you a Pavement fan?
Yeah, I love Pavement.
Same. Yeah, and they honestly, I saw them recently. They sound great, and it was a great show at Brooklyn. What was the I can't think of the name of the venue, but it was a great show.
Oh, King's Theater.
Last year. No, it wasn't King's. It was the General Admission spot. It's sort of like a
Oh,
carbon copy of Terminal Five
um,
in Williamsburg. I don't know. I've been there a few times. I saw the English Beat there. I saw Pavement. Uh, yeah, I can't think of it. I don't know. I'm shot. I'm just shot.
hmm.
Having kids has killed me. Um, I really want to talk to you about food because I feel like that's not
Oh
something that
yeah.
you talk about. And obviously, hot sauce. You did the Speaking Heat like short video with hot sauce, and I love that. And I just feel like you came out with two things I had never heard of. It seemed
I,
like you are a hot sauce fan from what it seems like. You do
oh,
appreciate
big time. I mean, my
yeah.
biggest complaint with hot sauce is I can't remember what I even talked about. Thing that I've probably ginger goat hot sauce.
Yep.
Mentioned, which I really like.
Yep.
And then I can't remember the other one that I mentioned. Uh,
Yeah, it was two. But I checked them both out. I know that, and it made me think of other ones that I think you might like too, like something from Queen Majesty. Um, she has one that's like very ginger heavy. That's amazing.
yeah. I mean, if I had a house like with a big kitchen, I would have a lot more hot sauce. And there's
Yeah.
another. I'm trying to think. I can't remember. I always feel bad like when I forget to mention stuff, especially like people are nice because of my Z-list celebrity.
It's not
Most
Z.
of the, most of the hot sauce I have was sent to me,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and which is I'm thrilled. I love free things,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
um,
As you should.
but I also really like hot sauce. So when people want to send hot sauce, I'm like, hell
We're
yeah,
gonna we're gonna make that happen with my after Z list and the hot sauce industry connections. I'll make sure that we send you some hot sauce.
please.
I want to send you the Vinny Stigma hot sauce that I collaborated on with this company, Hardcore Hot Sauce, which
Oh
makes
wow,
sense.
that
But
makes
it's good. It's like an easy, like sort of like a Cholula, like a daily, as we call it, a daily driver. I feel very nerdy when I say that, but it's just a hot
what
sauce you
did
can
you
use
call
every
it?
day. A daily driver. My
Oh
wife
wow,
makes fun of me when I say that. Yeah, it's a weird,
as
it's a
well as
nerdy.
well they should.
Yeah, no, for
Um,
sure. I agree.
well,
I'll take it.
I gotta say, this is my thing with hot sauce is that most of it is like, with all due respect to Cholula, but Cholula is like, for my palate or whatever, is only slightly spicier than ketchup or something.
Yeah, no, it is.
Like,
It
and
is,
it's a
yeah.
little too sweet for my taste.
Yeah, I'm not a huge it's so we created a sauce based on what like the type of sauce that Vinny Stigma likes, and he loves Cholula. He loves Valentina as well, like those like
I,
sort of
I,
Tex-Mexy kind of taco
yeah.
sauce,
What
So
what I think of as wuss sauces.
yeah, sure. You should
I mean,
call
if
Vinny Stigma with and see
they're
what he's. I
fine
don't know.
if this is the only thing around, it's fine.
Yeah, like
But
Tabasco, Frank's or whatever. Yeah,
I actually like Tabasco flavor, but it's not very
yeah,
hot. But I like it as like, a flavor. But um, yeah, most of the like basic ones I find like to be too mild for my interests.
yeah.
But then you get like my girlfriend's brother gave me a bottle of Carolina Reaper sauce that is
That's yeah.
like, I put it on my food and I'm just kind of like battling my food. And that's like kind of like I can handle it, but it's kind of
Yeah,
like not, I could only like it like a tiny bit of it. But um, one of the best ones I ever had was I got like when you can go online and get like make your own hot sauce like brand or what you just you're gonna put your own sticker on it or whatever. They send it to you with
oh
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever this one, and I think they've gone out of business. Whoever I got it, uh, they had like a habanero sauce that was so good that I had made a couple times, and I mean like made bottles with stickers on
Yeah.
it, and it was like that was like one of the best. It was like spicy and like had a lot of flavor, and I don't know what happened to this company, but it was really
Oh shit.
good. And then like Sticker Mule, which I've stopped using because that guy is an idiot.
Mm.
Uh, but they would always send like hot sauce with their, if you would order a certain amount of stickers, you would get the hot sauce. But their hot sauce was really bad. I say that
Mm.
not because I thought it before I learned what a moron this guy is. But
Yeah, yeah,
it was their sauce. I just don't like those like really mild. I like it like kind of well, I like it spicy. It's a
yeah.
little.
I yeah, let the games begin, you said. Which is I really want it to be my slogan for whatever this is. I feel like habanero is your jam. Reaper really is all the way up here. Habanero is like here, and then you have
Yeah,
Ghost. Ghost is nice. I mean,
yeah.
people get scared.
I like Scotch bonnets.
Scotch bonnets. Yep.
It's funny, like I remember this is a simpler time, like in the '90s, like eating habaneros and Scotch bonnets raw, and thinking I was like that was as hot, that's the craziest thing you could do. And
Yeah,
now
yeah,
it's
yeah.
gone so far past that. But I think at the time, those were like, because I think like ghost peppers, no one knew about them until later.
Yeah, no,
Some,
totally. That's like I feel like an maybe mid 2000s, like late aughts kind of thing. There's
hmm
actually somebody who's in this chat who's watching, Jimmy Pickles. He is like a pepper grower. This motherfucker eats like the hottest peppers and literally just like cries in pain as he's doing. Like he does Instagram lives and eats peppers. Him, emo peppers. Also, it's a couple and they're like I don't understand how they do it. They eat
oh yeah.
reapers, they eat like scorpions and shit. I don't have any interest in doing that. Somebody is trying to get me to do it, but I would like to see you do it.
I don't think I'd want. I've done some of those things where you eat like there's like the spicy news that they used to do like in Portland, I think,
Okay.
and that where you eat like hot peppers. I see TJ's Pickles is watching. TJ makes great pickles and he makes some nice spicy pickles, and I'm
Oh,
excited
nice.
for him. I feel like it's only a matter of time before he is a pickle magnate. Uh, when
Yeah.
he blows up into pickle superstardom, basically, which he
I
deserves.
yeah, no,
Great.
I yeah. No, a good spicy pickle is a rarity. I feel like
I
that's
like
something that we need to, yeah.
spicy everything. Spice if it can be
Do you?
spiced, that's what I like. Kimchi, pickles, yeah, spice it up.
It's the acid in it that I think adds a lot to food. It kind of brightens it. Um, what is your favorite cuisine to munch on generally? Like what do you love the most? What
Like
brings you comfort?
nothing.
Nothing
No.
does. Nothing
Uh,
tames
but
the beast.
I don't know. We just had some Ethiopian food for dinner,
Nice.
and
Yeah.
that's one of my favorites. I love
Yeah.
Ethiopian food. I love Indian food. Um, those might be two. Indian food might be my favorite. Ethiopian, I love. I love all kinds of food, really. The only food I don't like is like boring food.
Yeah.
Like, boring American food doesn't interest me very much. I prefer like, you know, stuff that's I don't know. I
Do you
don't
like
like going.
Canadian food, like poutine or any of that stuff?
I do
Montreal
actually.
bagels? Do you?
I do. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Do you
Yeah,
cook?
not really. Like I can, but it's not like I wouldn't. You wouldn't be in good hands. I wouldn't say. Like I could cook you a meal and you'd be like, oh, this is good. Like I can make like whatever pasta and
Yeah.
chicken and just basic stuff, but I'm not like it's not an area of expertise for me.
Do you have an air fryer?
No, but I'm told I should.
They're, it's a game changer. I make so much shit in my air fryer. It really, it's fun. I mean, it isn't fun, but it's a nice little loophole to use for cooking. It's like the George Foreman grill of 2020, whatever, you know.
That's the word on the street.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
I
people
think
say.
that's really like we have a small kitchen, so like we don't uh, cook very elaborately as a result, sadly.
No, it's fun
But
to go out to eat.
I mean, I love going out to eat. It's one of my favorite. I like going to the dog park and I like going out to eat. And there's a few other things I like, and then the rest
Couple.
is just not that
You
interesting.
wait. You have a dog. How many? Do you have one dog? Two? Like a couple dogs?
Yeah, I just have one dog.
What's their name?
She's Lucy. She's a boxer pit bull mix. She's my sweetie girl.
Love it.
Um, do you have a dog?
I my ex-wife, we had a dog that lives with her and my daughter half the time. I live now with two creatures that I thought I would never be comfortable with, two cats. I used to just not
Oh
like
wow.
cats, and now I think I'm a cat person just because of their self-sufficient nature. It's a lot easier. I'm just really fucking allergic, but with them I just take a pill and I'm fine. And I don't know. They're different. They're very different. They're very like cerebral and I don't know. It's from. Have you ever owned a cat? Had a cat or?
No, I'm allergic also, so for that
Yeah.
reason I haven't. Just because like yeah. I mean, I'm not super allergic anymore. I used to be more debil. It's sort of on a cat by cat basis. Like sometimes I can like hold a cat and I feel like a little itchy and it's not that big of a deal. And
Yeah.
then other times I can like walk into someone's house and not even know they have a cat and I can be like, "Do you have a cat?" Like I could just feel like the second I walk in. But that's very rare more and more. When I was younger it was more of an issue and as I get older, I don't know, something maybe changing.
Yeah. No.
But I do like them.
Yeah. I don't know. I never thought I'd be comfortable with cats. I always sort of attributed them to like scratching. I was scratched by cats as a kid, and just really fucking me up in terms of allergies, itchy eyes and all that shit. And I don't get that, so it's great.
Oh, that's
Brooke and
good.
Lulu, yeah, they're good
Oh,
little
nice.
interesting sort of awkward on the spectrum cats that we love very much. I One more thing I wanted to talk to you about badly was I feel like you strike me as somebody who would like horror movies. Do you like horror movies?
I do like horror movies, but I feel like I'm disappointed in them.
Yeah,
Like I can't like I'll once in a while like though someone was telling me this the other day though that this is not considered like Friday the 13th is considered by like purists slasher movie and
slasher.
not a horror
Yeah,
movie. So I've
yeah,
just learned that distinction recently.
yeah.
So
Same.
um but I love those movies. I
Classic.
mean, I've seen all of them, and I think at least the first three wasn't very good. One, two, and four were great. Five and
Yeah, two
six were
is
pretty
good.
good. I feel
Two's
like it
a
trail.
sleeper.
I feel like it trails off after six for me.
We just
Um,
watched the whole thing, actually. Funny you mentioned that. My wife and I and our 3-month-old son, we subjected him to the Friday the 13th franchise from start to finish.
oh
And I
wow.
must say, revisiting Jason Goes to Hell, I had the writer director of Jason Goes to Hell on this, and that's a good one. Don't sleep on that one.
I've seen it. I just have to go. Is that the one with Freddy Krueger in it?
Well, the last scene sort of sets up a Freddy versus Jason film, which
Oh, the
didn't happen
next.
right after, but it's the one
Okay.
where basically his demonic spirit like travels from person to person, and he's not really in it, so that's why people hated
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, I've seen that. I can't remember it too well, but like Friday or Nightmare on Elm Street, I was never into that much, just because I didn't like the humor aspect of it as much as I like things to be funny. I didn't
yeah,
like I didn't like that it was funny. I didn't, like I don't know why that kind of made me not like it, the humor aspect. Um,
yeah. It's different, but
but
yeah.
there was a movie I saw, Creep, I think it was called. Like it's a short movie. It's only like an hour.
Yep,
But
that is, yep.
do you
That's
know
what's
that
his
one?
name? Yeah, brothers. Yeah, yeah. I do. There's Creep 2 as well.
Oh, I should find that. Like, but I
And
like.
there's a show now on Shudder that I haven't watched yet, but yeah.
So I like my girlfriend and I watched that and liked that, and then there's a movie.
It's Mark Duplass, by the way. That's who's in Creep.
Oh, uh, The Coffee Table, which is like a Spanish movie. Did you see that?
I've browsed and it's come up, and I feel like there was a reason that we didn't watch it. Maybe we didn't agree on something like
That's pretty
aesthetically or something.
compelling. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it's technically a horror movie. Oh, you know what I really liked? My girlfriend and I watched. What is it? Terrorizer? What?
Terrifier. Oh my God. Yeah,
Terrifier.
yeah, yeah.
We
Yes.
watched. We really love those movies.
Sort
Those
of
are.
comedic too, like a
I
little bit.
know. I mean, I'm a man
Yeah,
of contradictions. Like, I
you really
that
are. It's
that
yeah.
has comedy in it, but
But done well.
in a different. Yeah, in a way. I thought the comedy in that was like more antagonistic. Like, meant the comedy in it was sort of like was more. It's a bit like added to the horror, whereas like on in Nightmare on Elm Street, those movies, I thought the comedy was sort
Yeah.
of like I feel like its aim was different.
Yeah, it was
Um,
a comic relief. I think that for me, a lot of the comedy in like the Terrifier movies was just the ridiculous gore, over the top,
yeah,
almost funny. I love those films. That kind of got me back into horror or whatever, or slasher. I think he's a great actor too. He kind of reminds me of Charlie Chaplin, just in his
yeah.
like execution and facial expressions and yeah, no, it's he's great. and they just,
Um,
I think they're coming out with another one, so that'll be exciting.
yeah, and I know. Well, I shouldn't say no, but I met Elliot, the who plays the younger brother.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I met him. Well, I was familiar. He. I don't know if he still does, but he used to do these interviews, Little Punk People, where he'd interview like musicians and stuff. So I was familiar
Oh,
with him
nice.
from that. And then I saw him in that movie, those movies, and I was so excited for him. And then I went to see King Diamond, uh, like last fall, and he was there, and I met him, so I was very excited about that.
Oh,
And
nice.
but oh, and have you seen The Greasy Strangler?
No, I'm gonna make a note of that. That sounds fun.
I have a friend who's really into horror. Um, I'll do some name dropping.
Please.
Phil, Phil Anselmo from Pantera,
Oh
singer.
yeah, we know your videos with Phil are fucking classic.
Oh,
I love the dynamic between the two of you is amazing.
thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
he and his wife Kate are huge horror fans, so
I
I
love it.
just always ask them for almost every movie I've mentioned, other than Friday the 13th. It was just stuff that they told us to watch.
Oh
That's their
man,
kind of like go to whenever we're looking for something. I just text them and say like, "What should we watch?"
you
They'll always
text
have
Phil
their
and
answer.
Selma, and yeah, that's
Well, his
that's
wife.
incredible. And his
He did,
wife.
up until he didn't have a phone. I think he just got one recently.
We're happy for Phil. That's good. That's good. He needs to be connected. We need to hear from
Yeah.
Phil.
Hmm.
I've seen videos of them, and they just sound incredible. Like they really. I feel like they've like I don't know. They've like resurgence of like heavy music in general, but Pantera is just really killing it among the youth. Like them and Deftones and like stuff like that is getting really prominent again. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
it's been pretty fun.
Bring it to the people.
Um, hardcore, The kids love hardcore now,
Sure.
and metal, and metal.
You know what? I listened to that band Turnstile,
Turnstile. I was gonna ask you. Yep.
and I really struggled to think that it was hardcore. I didn't think
Yeah.
I thought it was good, but I was like, I can't believe this is called hardcore because it doesn't
There.
have.
Yeah. It's
I mean,
sort of more. I feel like it's like 311 now. You know, or like the Police or something, or you know.
yeah. I mean, I thought it was good and interesting, but I was like, oh, this is not uh, what I think of as hardcore.
Their first two records, even the third record, are much more, you know, aggressive but I think the last two have been more crossover into, I don't know, vibier sort of, yeah, like I don't know. I saw a meme today where it was like Turnstile is Sugar Ray for Gen Z kids, you know, which I like Sugar Ray. I think their songs are fun and, you know,
Both
for
of
me
them.
nostalgic. Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, I would agree. Catchy stuff.
Brings back another time. And the last thing I wanted to ask you, you came out with a series of comic books called Dark
Yeah,
Regards.
yeah. My first comic book series. The third issue just came out, I think, last week, and one more issue to go. And it's based on this thing I did like 20 years ago, where I emailed a Norwegian black metal record label, and just for fun, I was just doing it no reason. I never intended anyone to even know about it, but said I was this teenager named Lance who had a band called Witch Taint, and I was trying to get
Yeah,
signed, and
yeah.
kind of
Witch
how it
Taint is such
started.
a good name. Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Please use it. Yeah.
So yeah, it's out now. I wrote it, and this great artist Artyom Topolin uh, did the artwork, and
It's
yeah.
beautiful. It looks amazing.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I really love his artwork. It's so fun to like just write something and be like, here, just whatever you think this looks like, do it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's an amazing
yeah,
collaboration.
amazing artist. I've never met him even.
Oh, wow.
I've never even talked to him. Truth be told, but we communicate through my our editor.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. No, I'm gonna. It looks amazing, and the premise of it is great. and which taint needs to come out with a record. Hopefully that'll happen, and you can write black metal.
Yeah, there'll be some other stuff, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you have anything else coming up that you want to talk about that you want to share besides the upcoming tour that I'm excited to hear about?
I mean, right now, I'm getting ready to shoot a special in the fall that Tom Papa's going to direct, and that'll be in New York, and then I have a bunch of live shows, and I'm very extremely slowly working on a novel, and then just kind of drawing and painting a lot, and hanging out with my dog, and ripping guitar solos, and
Yeah.
trying to write new jokes.
You have four books. So you're coming out with another book, and your last special, The Pride of Cleveland from 2021. Was that the last one?
Yeah. Hmm.
Awesome. No, that's exciting. I'm excited to see the new special. That sounds great.
Thank you.
Will that be streaming somewhere? Like where will
I
that
hope. I mean, we're gonna working with
shop it?
producers, and yeah. Hopefully, some
Yeah.
of them have the good sense to
Yeah,
put it on their thing, and
they
hopefully
will.
people see it. And because I want people to see what I'm up to. I think it's good for people. Mm,
It's good for the world to see what
I
Dave Hill is up to.
I think so. Whatever.
I think so too. Well, Dave, I really appreciate you hanging out and talking. And I know that it was all over the place, but I feel
No,
like we got into the
like it.
mind of Dave Hill. And I feel like we learned some stuff about you that, I didn't think we would. Like you love TLC. And
Yeah,
I think
big
that's really special, honestly. You know,
thank you. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
a big TLC fan.
You need to open for TLC. I think that would blow
I
people's
mean,
minds.
we've talked about it, but so far it
Yeah.
hasn't
You
happened.
in Chile.
I've suggested it, or to let her tell her to let me like play guitar in the band or something. But so
I'm gonna
far,
start commenting on their posts and, tell them to give you a chance. I think it's worth it. I
I
think
would
the
love it.
world
I
needs
mean,
to see that.
you know, I think sometimes people think that I just like rip obnoxious solos, but I could be in TLC and play tastefully all night. Oh yes,
Subdued Dave Hill on guitar,
big time,
light shredding.
1000%.
All right, we'll look forward to that. Dave, you're amazing and you're so kind to do this. And it was really great to talk to you.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
All right, and I'll talk to you soon. Will this
Yeah.
live anywhere? Will people
What's
be able
that?
to? Will
Yeah,
this
no, no, no.
live?
This is, yeah, I mean, I posted on Instagram. People could see it. I've been really lazy. I should get all of these up on, streaming and I will. But for now, it will live on Instagram, this conversation, and
Sweet.
people can watch it and mirror there on their televisions and watch it if they want. They should. I mean, we're trying to kick it back to like a time where people actually locked in and watch things, whether it be live or not. I think it's fun. I feel like
Yeah,
John
totally.
Mulaney does that with his show, and I really, really like that a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
And we need to get you on Hot Ones too, lastly.
Oh, I would love it. I would. That's a goal in life. Very few goals, but that's one of them.
Your buddy Bill Murray really killed it on there.
When was he on?
Oh my God, he was on about a month ago, and like he had the best cadence probably out of any guest that I've seen. He did not flinch through 10 rounds of heat, and yeah, no, he's a beast. It was
Yeah,
amazing.
he's an awesome guy.
No, that's good to hear. I've Peter Venkman influenced my style as a man from a very young age. He's tremendous,
Yeah,
and
he's awesome. I
yeah,
love him. I mean, I
that's
was
great.
love him. A huge fan, but also now a
Yeah,
fan of the man. Now that I know him, he's a great guy.
I love that. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
Dave Hill, thank you so much,
Cool. Thank you.
and I will talk to you soon, man. Have a good night.
All right, you too. All right.
Thanks,
Bye
Dave.
bye.